Hi, part 2 of the paper bag insert. What we need to do, that's your page 8 by 5 inches. You need to draw a line half an inch in from that 8-inch side. That's going to give you just a space to put your binding. So then we're going to pop that down. Your paper bag's all inked up ready, as we did in part 1. What you need to do on that 1 1/4 inch flap is put some double-sided tape, one against the outside, one against the fold on both sides. Then we're going to stick this onto the page. So line this outside edge up. Just going to go on there. Okay, so that's stuck there now. You've got your 1/2 inch binding sticking out of the side on the left hand side, and your open side of your bags on that side. You also need to put a strip double-sided tape in the middle of the bag on your 6 1/4 inch crease all the way along. That's just to stick that together to make the 2 pockets. Peel that off. Flatten that down. Okay, now just on that flap, just the 1 1/4 inch piece, I'm just going to glue the side of that to make the pocket. I always use Scotch quick dry adhesive. I like that one. Dries clear and it really is fast drying. So we'll pop that together. That's made your little pocket there. And so we've got our other pieces to do here. I'm going to give you the measurements of the mats that you need. You need, for your extra page, which goes down in the bottom here, that makes the extra page that flaps over, you'll want a piece of card, thickish card that you're doing your pages with, 7 1/2 by 4 inches. That's for your extra page. You'll want 2 mats, 7 1/4 by 4 3/4, 1 mat 7 1/4 by 2 3/8, 1 mat 7 1/4 by 4 1/8, and 2 mats 7 1/4 by 3 3/4. You'll want a piece of, in fact 2 pieces of plain card, which is in the original one. This is this piece which makes the pocket, and this piece needs to be 2 inches by 7 1/2. You'll also want the tags, one that goes in the pocket, which is 6 1/4 by 3 3/4, and 7 3/4 by 4 1/2, and 7 3/4 by 4. That gives you your 3 tags. Okay, so what we need now is one of the 7 1/2 by 2 inches. Now I've done a border on there, so I've actually cut the 2 inch by 7 1/2 and then punched the image, and I usually try and centre the punch in the centre, more or less. I just use my eye and centre it and then go from there outwards. So that we need that to be stuck on this piece here to make your little pocket. So if I can get, I'm knocking the camera, if I can get the sticky tape off. I've got no nails. I never realised how difficult it is to get your double-sided tape up with no nails, seeing as I've usually got a few bits of nail. Even a whole set, even a whole handful. There you go. Pop that across there. That's going to make your pocket. You can decorate that. Put some strips across there like I did on that one. Pop a strip of decorative paper or whatever you want to on there. Then we come to your pocket. Now you want one of the bigger mats, 7 1/4 by 4 3/4. Actually we have that one. Now the paper I used for this album was Graphic 45, the circus one. I love Graphic 45 papers. I'm sure everyone does. I don't know anyone that doesn't. They are so nice, aren't they? Fantastic colours. That mat goes on that second piece there. Pull it up. Okay, so on that last panel we need the mat that's 7 1/4 by 4 1/8, and that one's going to fit in there. Need to double side it. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? I'm sure Hannah will be really excited when I give her this one, because she loves those photos of Ripley's museums. She really loves those places. We had such a great day when we went to London. It was brilliant. And Ripley's, I was actually found it, I thought I wouldn't really like it. I was not really looking forward to it, but I really did enjoy it. There were some great bits and pieces in there. Oh, we had a great time. It was really good. Then I love London. Love going to London. Right. Let's pop that in there. There you go. That's that one then. So now what we want to do, we're going to pop in our extra page, which is 7 1/2 by 4 inches, and that's going to fit in here, but I'm actually going to glue this one because I want that to stick really well. I want to butt the end up against this edge, this open edge where the pockets are. Actually, when you open that little flap, these little flaps will open up, so you could just pop a bit of glue. You see that at the bottom? You just pop a little bit of glue in there, just so that sticks down as well. Now that is a little bit bulky, so flatten that down really, really well, and we'll pop some glue on there. One tip actually, which I didn't say earlier, was when you ink your bags, leave them to dry before you go on, because obviously because you ink them and they're a little bit on the wet side, they tend to rip a bit easy, a bit more easily I should say. There you go, you're popping that page in between those two. Okay, so that's going to give you that piece. And then on the end of there we need another mat. Oh sorry, now I have knocked the camera over. This mat is 7 1/4 by 3 3/4, and I put the tape on it already. Make sure just fold your insert in and out before you put any directional paper on, because some of them go in different directions, so you need to make sure that when it's folded up it's not upside down. So what you can do there, that will make the pocket. If you want to, you can, I'll just get my punch actually. You never find anything when you need it. You can actually just punch. This is actually Stampin' Up! 1 3/8 punch, and then we're going to pop that into there to make that pocket page, and that's on there. And I'll see you in part 3.